America, bitch. America, bitches. Come on, ride a train and ride it. Come on, ride a train and sit choo-choo. Hello, hello. Hi, Mo. How are you? How's Miss Kelly Ray? How y'all doing? How's that little Tigger baby? He's so cute. I love his eyes. He's the cutest little face. Cutest little marshmallow pie face. He's so cute. How are ya? She's good? All right. Happy to hear that. And he's good. Dorothy on, yes. The Sith. How are you, Clue? You doing good? Doing okay? Everything okay on the road? So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is our, okay, so the last roommate moved out a couple weeks ago, so I was at home. I was kind of not feeling well this week, so I stayed at home. And we came in here, we cleaned up, and we put all our Trump shit up. And so let me just kind of give you a little tour. Come on, ride a train, it's a choo-choo. You just had 3 IPAs. IPAs are like between 6 and 7%, so you're gonna be fucked up. Got the Patriot Party logo. Got my old Walkaway from the very first Walkaway event that I ever went to. I kept that. These are some of the signs that we got from the Charlie Kirk event. Got those from the Charlie Kirk event. That's Mike's red flag. American flag. That's my Trump train flag that I bought from a little kid at the Stop the Steal rally in Georgia. Let's see, we've got Bro's brand. We've got the famous and infamous whiteboard. And then we've got the Trump 2020. And then we've got the mics and everything else here. So we're good to go. This is the new podcast room. I just wanted to let you guys know there will be a new podcast. It's not going to be a Red Pill Rage podcast, but it'll be something that it'll be. Sorry, I gotta pull this down. Pull these up. All right. All right. Gotta get everything and gotta put everything back in place. You know, like you're standing up, sitting down, things kind of shift. So there will be a new podcast. It's not going to be the Red Pill Reading Club podcast. It's not going to be a Red Pill Rage podcast. Bro and I are going to be doing a podcast together. This is part of our war strategy, and it's getting ugly, guys. As you know, we got swatted last week. The threats are getting really, really intense. The woke conservatives are following us onto other platforms where they have no NDAs or clickbot farms or anything like that. So it'll be harder for them to harass us in other places, but they're definitely keeping tabs on us. So, ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's 1776, and I'll say it. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If you think 1776 is going to be, you know, the Chinese jumping out of airplanes, landing on American soil, and us all fighting in the street, yeah, it might come to that one day. It might. I don't know. But right now, the war it's a war of the minds. It's a psychological war. And Antifa is very, very, very good. Antifa is very good at playing that game. They're very fucking good at playing that game. And they have the time and the resources to do it. And so that's what I'm dealing with. So if you want to watch 1776 being played out in real life, go read my blogs. Go read the things that I'm going through. Go read how sophisticated the technology that these pieces of shit are using to attack patriots, and the scare tactics that they're using, the intimidation, the threats. This is real. This will come to your doorstep. Either you got to get off social media completely, or you got to be ready to do the types of things that we're doing. So it's the art of war, baby. If you want to see what a qualified commander does, then pay attention to what's going on with me. Don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss what's happening to me. Don't sit here and tell yourself, oh, Ginny's just being dramatic. Have you ever seen me? I mean, I have a personality, but have you ever seen me be petty? Have you ever seen me be dramatic? Have you ever seen me get hurt? Have my feelings hurt over what trolls and fucking people on the internet say about me? No. So do you think all of a sudden I'm just fucking PMSing for 2 months and just, talking about things that aren't important? This is the fight. This is the fight. I have been preparing you for this fight for 2 years. This is the fight. You're watching it play out in live fucking real time. So pay attention. And I'll be asking several of you to support the new podcast. Even if you don't like the subject matter, I would like you to at least subscribe to it and at least listen to the first episode and see if if it's something you want to continue listening to. At least give me a shot, Give me one. Give me one. Mo is like, you don't have to pull it up. Yes, I do. All right, so this is a whatever stream. We can talk about whatever you want. I need to go back to work tomorrow. It's going to be really, really hard. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping. I've not been feeling well. I've had 2 fucking periods this month, which is very unusual. And yet, unless I have come into contact with somebody who got the Jim Jones, as Axe Truth likes to call it. The only time in the past 2 years that I've gotten a period twice in 2 months is when I was in close quarters with somebody who had been vaccinated, and the shedding is real. Shedding is a real thing. All right, so anything you want to talk about? Mo, what do you want to talk about? Irish Mexican, what do you want to talk about? Clue, what do you want to talk about? Let's talk about anything you want. Pure blood, baby. Pure blood is good blood. 100% pure love. From the back to the middle and round again. I'm gonna be there to the end. 100% pure blood. You'll never have to run away. You'll always have a friend to play. You'll never be out on your own. With me you will find a home. Home. From back to the middle. Sorry. 90s babies. I can't help it. Can't help it. What do you want to talk about? Anything you guys want to talk about, let's talk about. Anything you want to talk about, let's talk about. I'm about to go to bed soon, so y'all better get me when I'm looking juicy, pretty. Get me while you got me. Take me now or lose me forever. I am so tired. I'm so tired. Y'all don't want to talk about shit. Okay, then that means we got trolls up in here. Nobody wants to type. That's fine. Screen record me, bitches. Screen record this, bitch. Anybody? Going once. Going twice. Red pill, whatever stream. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about. Bagel supremacy. Yes. Good one. Okay, bagel supremacy. Last night, I listened to the entire Drink Champs show that is one of the catalysts for kicking off all the hate against Ye. And it's actually like a 3 hour. I mean, I know you guys have been seeing a lot of clips on the internet. Thanks, Nanya. Never had braces. Never had braces. I'm very blessed. I listened to the whole 3 hour drink camps thing. It is so good. It is so good. You guys go listen to the full 3 hour drink champs show. Ye is so funny. He's so smart, and he brings the receipts. So it's not something I can argue with. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I want to tell you. Hold on. With me you will find a home, home. From the back to the middle and around again. I'm gonna be there to the end, 100% pure blood. Okay. Bagel supremacy video. All right, so I know I've been promising this for a couple of weeks because everything just went crazy. But you guys know how I am. I don't jump on trends. And that's one of the reasons I probably don't do very well on the internet. I used to do well on the internet. I still go viral from time to time. Yes, let's talk about Scott Pressler too. I like to wait and see what happens. And I'm also the type of person, even though I like clips, we all do because we have short attention spans. I don't have a short attention span. I shouldn't include myself in that statement. I like to watch the whole thing because I don't like to take anything, whether I agree with it or not, I don't like to take anybody's words out of context. And like I said, go back, listen to the entire 3 hour Drink Champs podcast. It's really good. He talks about Kim. He talks about being a dad. He talks about so many things that I think are very relevant to why he feels that way, right? So here's what we're going to do. All right, so the Yay episode, the Don't Trust the Bagels, the Bagel Supremacy episode, here's how I want to do it. Because so many new things have happened and so many other like influencers and stuff have responded, I want to cover everything. So I want to say what I've been wanting to say for 2 years. Number one. Number two, I want to talk about everything that's going on in entertainment. And number three, I want to talk about everything that's going on in the conservative movement and how many people are, I wouldn't say they're stabbing Kanye in the back, but I think some of the people who are stabbing Donald Trump in the back have also commented on the Kanye situation. Hello, Ben Shapiro. Okay, so here's what we're going to have. Okay, Ben Shapiro. All right. So here's the first part. We're going to start with edge.org, which is something that I brought to you a long time ago. I remember talking about this two years ago. We're going to talk about a website called edge.org. We're going to talk about Kanye. We're going to talk about Ben Shapiro, the motherfucker who can't stop doing Adderall, but he thinks he's smarter than everybody, and he lambasts people with his speech, and he thinks, that's the way to get his point across. There's a book. There's a book that I read when I was 18 years old. It's called Their Blood is on Our Hands. It's a book written by Messianic Jews as a letter to the Christians. We're going to talk about that book that I read when I was 18 years old. We're also going to talk about another woman named Kola Booth. And I am going to prove to you, Kola Booth, Koola Booth, Boof. She's an African woman who was the mistress of Osama bin Laden. And she had some things that she wanted to say. But I bet you guys didn't know this, and I learned this actually from NPR about 20 years ago. Israel supplies guns to Africans to fight Muslims. Now, why is this significant? I'll tell you why it's significant, but you're gonna have to wait for that. Okay. I also have some articles. I have about 12 different articles about how Jen Shapiro. You get a slay for that one, Clue. We're also going to talk about the 12 articles about how Israel has betrayed America. I bet you didn't know Israel is in bed with China. I bet you didn't know Israel is selling our defense technology to China. I bet you didn't know that. Last but not, all right, next we're also going to talk about Kyrie Irving and Louis Farrakhan. And then we're going to talk about a KRS-One video that KRS-One put out recently describing what the situationship is between the bagels and the blacks. And now I need some water. So there's my Ben Shapiro impression. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, to go over this much material and say everything I want to say, it's going to be like a 3-hour video. Okay? I am not going to give you this much for free because I give you guys everything for free. Those of you who have wrenches, you guys have done good things for me. You've done good things for Zach. You are exempt. I'm not talking about you. If you have a wrench, I am not talking about you. But for everyone else, I give you my heart, my soul, my research, my personality, my beautiful face and smile. I give you everything for free. I never asked for anything. This time, because the video that I'm going to make is going to be so fucking good. Oh, wait a minute. We got to add some more. Okay. We need to talk about the Battle for Europa. We also need to talk about another French movie that I saw that was made in the 1940s. Do a Jen Shapiro short. I will. I'll do a Jen Shapiro short to promote the video. So here's what we're going to do. I just dumped my Patreon account. What I'm going to do is upload a private video for you guys. And for anybody who wants to watch this 3 or possibly 4 hour, I mean, my shit is about to be a feature length film. I am going to give you everything. I'm going to give you the military issues. I'm going to give you the religious issues. I'm going to give you the entertainment Hollywood shit. I'm going to give you how the bagels have infiltrated the mental health. And this is what edge.org is all about. I'm going to give you everything about how they've infiltrated the medical and psychological industry. That's what edge.org is all about. We're going to talk about Kanye. We're going to talk about Kyrie. We're going to talk about KRS-One. We're going to talk about Louis Farrakhan. And we're going to talk about those, we're going to talk about Cola Booth. We're going to talk about how the bagels have manipulated Christians and supporting them into being Zionists. That's a very important part of this video I want to share with you because it happened to me when I was 18 years old. I was going to a Pentecostal church in Los Angeles, and our sister church was a Messianic Jewish temple. So I want to talk about the things that the rabbi of this temple was saying when our church went to go visit their temple, right? They call them temples, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what the nomenclature is. Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot. So I'm going to need you guys to buy this video from me. I'm sorry. I know you're like, don't be mad. Don't be mad at me. I gave you poll watching for free. I gave you Charlie Kirk for free. I gave you Beto O'Rourke for free. Okay? I need you guys to do something for me. It's Christmas time. Bitch needs some money. Break me off. So if you want this video, I'm going to charge like $20 or $25. I'll give you the private link. All you got to do is cash out me the money and I'll give it to you and I'll make a big announcement and I'll do my Jen Shapiro impression to announce it and you guys can see it. Okay? All right, moving on. That was a lot. Talking really fast is a lot. It's hard to breathe. Breathe through your nose while you're talking. Hype a bitch up. Okay. Somebody mentioned Scott Pressler. Camera Stage Video says, can we get Scott Pressler to Arizona, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Nevada, and Georgia to register votes and a path forward for Trump 2024. Here's the problem. You guys remember how I've been talking and, basically complaining. I'll be honest. I complain. Virgos complain. It's not really complaining. It's just pointing out the obvious. We're just stating the obvious. Remember how I said that we had no leadership and that Scott Presler was really the only one actually doing anything? The problem is Scott Presler, even though he's a popular creator, I don't really know how much money he's making. I don't know if anyone is helping him. I don't know if he's doing this by himself. You know what? Why don't I reach out to him? I don't have his number, but I know that somebody from Walkaway should have his number, so I'll reach out. I don't know. Walkaway don't really fuck with me anymore, you know. Just saying. That's fine. I don't really fuck with them either. But just saying. I'll reach out to him and I'll see how he's doing, what he needs, how we can support him, what he wants to do next. I don't even know if he has a website, but that will be on my list of things to do. I don't have a pen, but Clue, can you text me and remind me to talk to Scott? Find Scott's number. I'll get it from somebody. Clue, text me and send me a text and remind me to find Scott, and then we'll talk to Scott. Let's find out what Scott needs, okay? Let's find out what the Convention of States is doing right now. Let's find out who's actually doing shit, and let's get on board with people who are doing shit. Remember, and I've been saying this, you need to start looking for qualifications of a commander, because not a lot of people have that. So you need to look for that. It's time. It's time to start being more aware of who you're dealing with, what you're dealing with. Thank you, Clue. I just got your text message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Clue is awesome. We need to be more aware of who we talk to, who we swap spit with, which is a metaphor. I'm not saying we're actually swapping spit, you know. We need to figure out who is around us and who we can trust and who is about who's about that life and who's about this country versus who is just being a commentator or an entertainer, okay? There's a lot of things that I don't say out loud about people that you guys know, you guys love, and you guys follow. There's a lot of things I don't say because it's not worth it to me, A, to put people's business out there like that, and B, it's not a good reflection on the movement. You know what I mean? Like, if I wrote this in my blog, like, if patriots are more concerned with gossip than they are concerned with freedom, if they're more concerned with being entertained as opposed to figuring out what they can bring to the table to fight this battle, then I don't want to fucking deal with it. I've said this before. It's not for me to judge who is in God's army and who is not. Now, you might say that I'm being a hypocrite right now because I'm basically exposing this group of fake conservatives that are on TikTok doxing people and hurting people and harassing people. That's a different story. I'm not exposing them because we have different opinions. I'm exposing them because they're criminal fucking terrorists. Understand the difference. There's a huge difference. If it was a situation where I don't like you and you don't like me, okay, I might talk about you once, maybe twice, but I'm never going to talk about you again. I don't do that type of thing. I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to build people up. I want to raise people up. But if you're on some stupid shit, I'm going to tell you you're on some stupid shit. Period. I don't give a fuck. I don't have time to sift between what is real with you and what is not real with, what is an illusion with you. I don't have time for that. If you ain't 100 when you come to me, I don't fuck with you. If your mind ain't right and your intention isn't right, I can't fuck with you. And I'm not going to sit here and entertain people's blah, 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 blah anymore. There's a lot of creators I don't even listen to anymore. Not because I don't love them. I do love them. I do. I love what they're trying to do, but they don't take it to the next step. I need people who are ready to take it to the next step. Poll watch, sign up voters. I told you guys, pissed off vet. Hey, mama. How are you, mama? Pissed off vet. She's one of the people. Let me just use pissed off vet as an example. Remember last year when we did the first fundraiser for Zach for Christmas? Pissed off vet was in a situation where she really couldn't afford to make a donation. But you know what the fuck she did? She wrote a letter, she put a stamp on it. Like I said to. She did what the fuck she was supposed to do. And each and every one of you, salute to pissed off vet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, the same people, and just so my YouTube audience knows, the same people that have been cyber stalking me and fucking with me have fucked with her too. So if y'all like her, y'all better back her. You don't have to like me, but back her. Okay? They've come after her too. They've harassed her too. This is a single mother who has served her country, but they don't give a fuck. You know why they don't give a fuck? Because they're not real conservatives. They're fucking Antifa. But we getting them. We getting them. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay. All right. You guys need to sign up to get your training with your county. Become volunteer voter registrars. That means you can help someone sign up to vote no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, okay? Guys need to become volunteer voter registrars, okay? There may be some issues in Arizona where they're gonna need people to count, to do what's called hand counts. Hand counts. If you're in Arizona, go figure out who you need to talk to start helping with the hand counts. Okay? Tom says, thank you for your service, Pissed Vet. Okay, I hope you heard that, Miss Pissed Vet 34. We love you, girl. We're going to be talking about Mel's bill. I'm writing a blog. If you guys haven't been to my website, it is www.redpillreadingclub.com. www.redpillreadingclub.com. I am documenting all of the harassment and cyber terrorism that's going on through TikTok because of these fake conservatives who God knows how they're being paid. I'm still trying to figure that out. But we're getting somewhere with it. I don't want to say too much because they're always watching me because they're gang stalking pieces of shit. They're here. I guarantee you they're here. I guarantee you they're screen recording. That's fine. But things are moving. Things are moving. Okay. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And right now we're at the lowest point where things are getting really, really bad, but they're going to get better because, they might be able to control TikTok, but they don't control the entire fucking internet. Ironically, these content creators that are harassing us, like, they have no following anywhere else. You know, they have no clout anywhere else. It's funny. Oh, and speaking of clout, this is the last thing that I wanted to say. Do you guys remember 2 years ago when Philip Anderson had that rally in front of Twitter in San Francisco? And I was on Instagram telling him not to throw that rally because Berkeley Antifa was going to show up and hurt everybody. And then subsequently, he was injured. He had his 2 front teeth knocked out and then went on Fox News to talk about it. I drug his ass a little bit. I drug his ass a little bit back then, back in September, October, whenever that was of 2020. He saw the video about me. Him and his friends never fucking liked me again. I saw him and his friends again in DC, couple times actually. We were actually at the same bar. Now that I think of it. He sat at another table. I sat at this table. He looked at me. I looked at him. I was like, But he never said anything to me. And I never said anything to him because I was like, well, I'm here, motherfucker. You got something to say it. And he didn't, right? He and I actually have a mutual friend. And I didn't know that Philip lived in Texas. And that mutual friend went to go see Philip and interview him and do a podcast with him. And then he drove down and came and did a podcast with me, which I will post in the future. But I had no idea we had a mutual friend like that. And so I told him when he got here, I said, look, I don't like Philip Anderson, but get him on the phone because I want to be an adult and I want to apologize to him for disparaging his name 2 years ago. And I just want to make it very clear to him that I see now that he really is trying to do something. He really is trying to be a part of this fight. His age, and I think his wisdom is lacking due to his age. And his execution was definitely lacking at that event that he did 2 years ago in San Francisco. But the thing is, you'll know the real ones by how long they stay in the fight. And if I'm going to humble myself and say, hey, Mark Neely, if I'm going to humble myself and say the truth, I do respect him for staying in the fight as long as he has. And one thing about Philip Anderson is he has not changed up anything. He's exactly the same person now as he was 2 years ago. So I told this guy, Matt, our mutual friend, I said, why don't you get him on the phone? Let me talk to him on FaceTime. So we got him on the phone. I held the phone. He looked at me. I looked at him. I said, hi, Philip. And he says, I have nothing to say to you. I said, I understand. You don't have to say anything to me if you don't want to. That's fine. But there's something I want to say to you. I said, look, I don't like the way you did things, but I see now that you are a good person and that you are trying. And so I want to apologize for the things that I said about you, and I'm very, very sorry. And he was like, okay. And I was like, okay, right? I'm not usually wrong, but when I am wrong, I am going to apologize. And it's hard for me because I'm a Virgo, right? He was wrong. I mean, let me put it this way. I'm not sorry for saying what I said about what he did, but I am sorry for saying what I said about his intention for what he did. Okay? So I'm always, if I'm not hitting the target, I'm always close to it. However, you know, I'm glad that I had that opportunity to apologize to somebody that I didn't realize I had really hurt. But again, what does that tell you about me? If I don't like somebody, I'm not going to have your name in my mouth. I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say. I might make a video about you once, and then I'll never talk about you again. And that was the situation between me and Philip. The point I'm trying to make is me and Philip Anderson don't fucking like each other. We don't. But I never fucking trolled him. I never fucking sent bots to his pages. I never got other people to go harass him. And he never did that to me. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you about my character? I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out and then I'm out. Get that bread, get that head, and leave. And leave. I'm gonna get that bread, I'm gonna get that head, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna dwell on things. I don't beef with people for weeks and months at a time. I'm going to say what I got to say. You going to say what you got to say, and then I'm done. But these fucking cyber stalkers are not like that, you know? So it's a lot, okay? So here's what I need you guys to do. I need you to go back to all of my cyber stalking videos. I need you to clip that shit and share the fuck out of it. Because everyone on conservative internet needs to know who the fuck these people are. And again, it goes back to psychology, qualifications of a commander. Are you qualified? If you're not a qualified commander, stop wasting your time listening to these people. They don't bring anything to the table other than typing on the fucking keyboard or clicking on their phone. We need to be following people who are in the streets, who are in the voting boxes. I'm sorry, voting boxes. In the polling places. That's the word. Oh, I know it's being documented on TikTok, baby. We got this. We got this. Here, my video tomorrow, I'm gonna run a pool. Let's put money on how long Kat is gonna, if Kat actually gets off TikTok, which she won't, because she says it every fucking 3 months when the heat gets too hot. She says it every 3 months. I'm gonna leave TikTok. First of all, let's see whether or not she really leaves TikTok. And if so, how long is she gonna stay off? Okay. TikTok equals China. I know, we know. And I found the connection. And I found a connection between TikTok and MSNBC. Wait till I tell you about that. That'll be in the blog, trust me. I found a connection between TikTok and MSNBC. Yes, I did, because I'm that fucking nosy, all right? But we'll get to that later. Clip my shit. Make sure every patriot that you are friends with knows how I am dealing with this shit. Make sure everyone you know knows what is happening to me. I want this shit all over the fucking internet. These motherfuckers want to clout chase and look for fame. Okay, let's give it to them. Okay? Please do not, get off of TikTok. If you're not already there, don't go there, okay? Pissed Off Vet says if there will use bot accounts. Of course they're going to use bot accounts. They're going to use bot accounts, but the thing is they're not going to have the influence on these other platforms that they have on TikTok. You know what I mean? They don't have as many people fooled. They don't have anyone fooled anywhere because they don't use any other platforms. But anyway, I got something for them. I got a few things for them. And we're narrowing it down to see who actually swatted us. So stay abreast of what's going on. I'll keep you informed. They're horrible already on Twitter. Yeah, I know. I've already seen what they did to Misfit Patriot. And it'll only be a matter of time before they come find my Twitter account. But the funny thing is, they got like 20 followers and I got like 10,000. There's only so much shit you're gonna talk before my people fucking roast your asses. So there is some level of protection on on Twitter. So don't worry about them over there. They're not gonna get that far with it. Okay, unless they are willing to find another Indian click farm that they can hire to do all of this shit that they're doing. I don't know. I don't even know if they have the money for it. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, next subject. Okay, so what do we got? We've got the Yay video, $25 private video. Probably going to be 3 to 4 hours. I promise to give you your bang for your buck. We need to contact Scott Pressler, see what he's doing, see how he's doing. He's having some very severe health issues. He's now walking with a cane. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that Scott Pressler has been sick for 2 years and that he's now walking with a cane? Do you guys know that? I bet you didn't. So let's see how Scott Presler's doing. Maybe we can send him a little Christmas gift. I mean, I would like to do that. Scott Presler is honestly the only person in this movement that I look up to. Texas Desert Sailor! Hi, what's up? Hey, how are you? We got MGTOW in the house. We got MGTOW in the house. What's up? AI bots will always be in mass, but they can't track memes. Yeah, I know, but we're going to talk about the tech soon. Man, y'all go to my blog, www.redpillreadingclub.com, www.redpillreadingclub.com. Go to my blog. Go check it out. Go read it. I'm going to, ironically, I think that this situation has kind of forced me to get back into that creative writing place. I mean, it's not creative writing, it's just writing, just writing. And it's actually been really good for me to get back into writing because I've had writer's block in terms of writing my book for like 2 years now. So thank you, Clue. Thank you. I see that. For like 2 years now. So this is kind of forcing me into a position where I need to write, and I'm getting a little bit of an adrenaline rush and a little bit of serotonin by utilizing a part of myself that I've kind of been ignoring for a while. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses, but it kind of feels good. It's like, it's like when you haven't exercised and then you start exercising again, you feel good. Or if you haven't, sang in a long time and then you get up and go sing, it feels good again. So that's how I feel right now. So, writing this blog has actually been really good for me because when this fucking fight is over, I can now get myself into a place where I'm disciplined again, and I've got I'm getting the serotonin from it again. Proud of you, boy. How are you? Uhuru! I'm getting myself back into, I guess what I'm trying to say, you guys forgive me, I'm a little ADD right now. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm getting back into the discipline of it. And it feels good to get back into a disciplined place because I like to be disciplined. And when I'm not disciplined, I'm just laying in bed crying. That's all I'm doing is laying in bed crying, staring at the ceiling, crying. So, physical discipline, emotional discipline, and mental discipline is part of self-care for any of you who might be struggling. Find something in your life that you can do for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour every single day so you can get yourself back into discipline, whether you want to discipline your body, your heart, or your mind, I've got a journal that I'm writing in, so I'm writing and typing. So I'm getting back into the rhythm of identifying my emotions and putting them on paper. And that's actually a really good thing to do for your mental health. And that goes for everybody, no matter what you've been through. Identifying your emotions and then expressing them in a healthy way is really, really, really good. I have a lot of anxiety, but I'm starting to kind of calm down a little bit. And I think writing is helping me a lot. You guys want to see my journal? I'll show it to you. Hold on. Proud of you, boy. Proud of you, boy. Okay. Have you been PV? What's PV mean? Are you talking to someone else? Oh, you're talking to Pissed Off Vet. Sorry, Texas Taylor. All right, so this is called From Fantasy to Reality. This is Raw Emotions by Ben Taylor. He is a diagnosed narcissist, and he's trying to help. He's basically spilling the playbook for... I don't live in Vegas anymore, Brad. Oh, I hope you ain't Brad from fucking Ohio, are you? You better not be. Anyway, because I don't like you if you are Brad from Ohio. Okay. Rawmotivations.com, awareness, growth, healing, and change. So it's a journal where you talk about like the things that you've gone through with narcissistic abuse. And it really forces you to talk about your feelings. And that's hard for me because I don't like feelings. Feelings are disgusting. Ugh, I don't like feelings. This is a journal. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Pennsylvania Brad, you're good. Ohio Brad, no. I don't fuck with you because you're a fucking loser. You're a loser. Okay. Pennsylvania Brad, good with me. Okay. So here it is. This is a journal. Obviously, no, I meant that. This isn't a workbook or structured course or anything like that. This is a journal comprised of a bunch of questions meant to make you think about your life, relationships, love, and to challenge your perspective. One of the hardest things you can do is look in the mirror and see who is staring back at you. Another hard aspect is looking back at previous relationships and thinking critically about them in order to learn and grow. Throughout the journal, you will see the word relationship. This is in reference to the toxic relationship in your life. The assumption in this journal is that you are seeking clarity in a toxic relationship or getting out of a toxic relationship. But even if it's like, it could be a relationship with your parents, like if your parents were narcissists or one of them was, you could use this journal to write about your parents as well. This journal helps push you in many ways with the questions being pointed and thought-provoking. But this only helps you if you're willing to be honest and vulnerable about what has transpired in the past. Healing comes in stages, chapters, and a jumble of emotions and sporadic findings, which is why this journal does not go in order or have a specific progression. At times, one of the questions might be the perfect question for that day, or it can be one that you skip and come back to another day. Make sure you come back and do not avoid a question. That being said, this journal is divided into two sections: before the breakup and focus on you. Both are essential to think through and help progress through. Remember that healing doesn't come in a certain order. How you heal is based on how you engage in truthfulness with yourself. So, yeah, I'm doing good. I mean, I'm not doing good, but I'm okay, if that makes sense. Like, I'm definitely not in this, like, super happy, feeling on top of the world kind of place right now. But that is to be expected when you're in the middle of a battle. Like, I'm fucking, like, these people that I'm dealing with are so fucking awful that it does kind of consume you a little bit, and it's something you have to pull yourself back from it, you know. But don't get me wrong, I'm fighting for my life right now. Pissed Off Vet, Clue, Texas Desert Sailor. If anything fucking happens to me, you call the Travis County Sheriff's Department, or you can call the Pflugerville PD. Okay, call them. And you let them know who the fuck is behind all this. All right? Cause we got everything. We got everything. Hey, Pissed Off Vet, you want to know a secret? One of the woke conservatives has a cocaine charge from last year, but they're going on the internet and telling people they've been clean for 9 years. Guess who? But they want to call everybody else a drug addict. Need to take a day on the weekend and come down to Chat Jen. Please, please, come down, come to the house. We'll make some dinner. We'll have some wine or beer or whatever you want to drink. Come kick it. And if you don't feel like driving back, there's, you know, we'll set you up so you can sleep here, okay? We got plenty of room. All right? I'll bring bean soup. I ain't eating that. I ain't eating that. I'm gonna cook. I'm the woman, okay? I'm the chef. You're gonna let me cook for you, okay? You're not gonna cook. Mark says you look like you're refreshed though, Jen, a couple months ago. I thought you were real down. See that spark again. You know why it was hard for me a couple months ago is I was living with a fucking commie. You know, commie bagel. The worst kind of commie. I was living with that commie, and it was just like living there was so restrictive, you know. It was just so restrictive, and just the ugliness of a communist. Like I'm not just talking about the ugliness of things that they do. I'm talking about the ugliness of their souls. Just the nastiness and the being judgmental and just the recklessness of how these people think and speak and behave. It's draining to be around them. They're disgusting. Democrats and communists are disgusting people. They really are. They're emotionally and intellectually immature. That's why I don't fucking even want to be roommates with them, you know? So yeah, it was rough. And I think also a couple months ago I had a different job, and that job was taking a physical toll on me. And this new job that I have, it doesn't take a physical toll on me as much. That's not to say that I don't still get like sore or kind of tired, but it's not as bad. Jessica says, are you still going to move to Florida? Which part of Florida do you like the best? So the answer is no. I am not still going to move to Florida. I would love to tell you the story as to why that fucking didn't happen, but I don't want to disparage anybody. Like, I don't have the energy to tell you what like I said, there are so many things that you guys don't know that I've had to deal with, and I could fucking destroy a lot of conservatives. I'm just going to destroy the ones that are terrorizing people and doxing people. I'm not going to destroy the ones that are just stupid. Like, you're not going to get red pill wrath just for being stupid. You're only going to get red pill wrath if I know that you're a fucking double agent and you're fucking Antifa. That's when you will get red pill wrath. So no, I'm not moving to Florida. And part of one thing that I am able to recognize about myself, and I'm very ashamed to say this out loud, is I have a tendency to run in my life. I'm always running. I'm always running. I'm always here and there. And I don't really plant roots anywhere. And I haven't really planted roots anywhere. So I'm going to stay in Texas. I came here. I need to stick to my plan. I came here to help Texas stay red. I love it here. I mean, I don't like Austin per se, but I do love the state of Texas. I really do. I really do enjoy it here. And it's not a bad place. It's really not. Now, Texans are pussies and they're cowards, generally, from what I see. However, that doesn't mean that this can't still be a place where I can do the things I want to do and be happy. Like, for example, going to Lake Travis, going to Barton Springs, that makes me happy. I am starting to very slowly figure out who the other conservatives are here in Austin. And I've already met a couple of them. And so now I can maybe try to build some friendships and try to build a system of support, a network of support. The weather here is great. I know that Texans like to complain when it rains and get cold, but I'm from the Bay, so like raining is like, I'm used to that shit. So it's not a big deal to me. I like it here. I do. I really like it here. And I don't need to keep running. I'm tired of running. Am I running from life? Am I running from myself? Am I running from my past? I don't know what I'm running from, but it's time for me to stop running. So I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay in Texas. Come and get it. I'm going to stay. Pissed off vet that she says she's going to come down. Girl, you can come down. You can bring your kids. We got a whole ass backyard. We got space, you know. We got, you know, you don't even have to get a hotel room. Just come through. We'll take care of you. I promise you we'll take care of you. You don't got to worry about food. You got to worry about a car rental. You don't have to worry about a place to stay. You just come bring your kids and come on, have a little vacation. Come stay for 2-3 days. Come kick it, relax, hang out. We're supposed to have a very, and honestly, I'm going to do the vetting here. Me and Misfit Patriot want to do a not anti, kind of a woke conservative victim meetup, which I know is nothing more than a trauma bond, and it's a terrible reason to have a meetup, but we're going to do it anyway. So me and Misfit, who I went to Houston, I met him in Houston a couple weeks ago. We're going to do a meetup in San Antonio, and he is going to arrange for all of the rooms for you guys to come stay. And I am going to arrange for all of the food. So I'm going to be feeding everyone breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want. So we're here to serve you. We're here to take care of you, and it'll be fun, and it will be a very, very, very restricted guest list because we can't have no fucking infiltrators. We cannot have no fucking double agents come to be with us, because that's already happened at every fucking band fam reunion, every fucking TikTok meetup. You got fucking red herrings, you got double agents. We're not going to put up with that. And the thing is, now we know who the fucking double agents are. Texas Desert Sailor, do you qualify? I will say, I don't know. I'll meet with you individually whenever you want to come down and kick it, or I'll come up there or whatever. I'll meet with you. And, but I need to know who your friends are. Now, personally, I've never seen you drag anybody or try to hurt anyone or be mean to anybody. Even though people think you're mean, I know you're not mean on the inside. I just know that's that military in you. That's all it is, because I got it by proxy, you know, being a military daughter. You know, people always think I'm mean. It's like, nah, bitch, I'm just direct. But I love you. You know, so people don't understand us because we're loud, we're direct. People don't like that. I don't think you're mean. I disagree with you on certain things, but I don't think you're a mean person. I've never seen you be mean to anybody. I've never seen you drag anybody on the internet. I've never seen you be nasty to anybody. I kind of didn't like you for a minute, but I realized that the reason I didn't like you was because of something somebody else should have done better, and they failed at that. But you know, you've always been fucking the same. Like, you've never changed or switched it up, and you know, we're cool. Like, I didn't like you at first, but I do now. And I'm sure you didn't like me at first, but you do now. You know, I'm willing to look past the surface and see what's really going on. And oftentimes you find out people you don't think you like are actually good people, but you were judging them off of some stupid shit. And then clearly, as Pissed Off Vet and I both know, people that you think are good people are actually absolute fucking psychotic criminals, but you don't know it because you don't know it because they're very good actors and they play a very specific role. Okay. Wasn't aware of that with me. What you see is what you get. I've never had any problems with you though. Okay. All right, then we're good. I owe you a beer. Okay. No, I'm just gonna say I kind of got in my feels about something. I felt like it was kind of nasty, but again, like, you're ex-military. I'm a military daughter. I was a chef for 20 years. Sometimes people don't always say things, like, at first you're just like, ugh. But then you realize it was just a miscommunication, and that's probably what it was. So we're good. We're good. We're good. I have the utmost respect for you. Again, I don't agree with everything you say, but I like the overall message that you're trying to send to people. especially about making men be more strong and making men be more secure and feel good about themselves and know that they don't have to put up with that much shit from women in order to be loved. You know, and I think that goes for everybody. Like if you've ever been in a codependent relationship, or if you're codependent, whatever, you know what it feels like to be jumping through hoops to try to get somebody to love you. And we as women, we don't realize that we make men jump through hoops for us. And but there's a lot of men who do the same. There's a lot of men who do the same. And if we want to become better, and if we want to move forward, and if we want to start building powerful, strong American patriot couples before Armageddon's already here. But if we're going to do that, like, we need to do it together, and we've got to fucking stop hating each other. Men have got to stop being so defensive with women, and women have got to stop being so defensive with men. We've all got to go to therapy, and we all got to figure out all this shit that's going on in our heads and all the unresolved crap that we're dealing with so that we can love each other. You can't give love if you don't have love. A lot of people don't have love in their heart. That's why they can't love nobody. You know? But in order for us to love ourselves, we got to tell the truth about what's going on. And you do that, Texas Sailor. You do that. It hurts to hear. It fucking hurts to hear it. But you're doing that, and I respect that. So I needed therapy about 2 hours ago, just shoved it back down again and kept it moving. Well, why? Why don't you talk to somebody? You have bros you could talk to, people you could talk to about how you feel. Don't hold it in. Don't do that. You deserve to have a voice. You deserve to express yourself, okay? And, maybe, you know what, honestly, maybe you need to get a journal like this. Because in lieu of having a therapist, a journal like this, now I don't know if he makes different journals or not. Maybe you don't want one like this, but like a similar one where you can just kind of work out your thoughts on paper, so that if you're not getting therapy, at least you have something to guide you to navigate your feelings, just a suggestion. All right, guys, I got to go to work tomorrow. I don't fucking want to go back, but I do want to go back because I like to work. I don't like to be at the house. I mean, I like to be at the house, but I don't like to be here for a long time. Like I've been a little bit sick, like I told you, not feeling well for several days now. And now I need to go back to work. So, Pissed Off Vet, I'm happy you joined me tonight. Texas Desert Sailor. Who else is here? Mark Neely. Congratulations on your sobriety, Pissed Off Vet. And Clue, I don't know if you're still in here, but I want to say goodnight to my buddy Clue. And Brian says, bruh, I did that, wrote out all 34 traumatic events that transpired in my life. Wow. 34? You wrote out each one? Wow, that's a lot. I might have like 10 or 12. I don't have 34. Mark Neely says, everyone have a good night. Jenny, stay strong. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, stand tall and stay based. www.redpillreadingclub.com.